Hello, IGN. My name is Jose Otero. I'm here with Callie Pleggy.
Hello.
And we are playing the Yokai Watch demo, which you can get on the Nintendo eShop. This is a free trial version of the game. Obviously, as you see the warning there, some content may differ. But here you have general controls. So what is Yokai Watch? Callie, you do the job of tackling that question.
Well, Yokai Watch is kind of a multimedia phenomenon in Japan right now. The first Yokai Watch game came out in Japan in 2013, about 2.5 years ago, so like July 2013. So it's been established there for a while. It didn't really take off until the show came out. There's a manga. It's all over the place. The
That's
anime
right.
is coming to the U.S.,
Yep.
and now we're getting Yokai Watch the game for the U.S.
So the game does start with Nate, and the town is the fictional town of Springdale, which you may notice looks a little bit like a Japanese neighborhood if you've ever been to Japan.
It is.
But at the same time, it's very nondescript, so they do a good job of, I think, pulling it off.
Yes.
Whisper here is your trusty yokai companion, and you are supposed to find yokai because you have the yokai watch.
Right, and so a yokai it's a kind of a phenomenon in Japanese folklore. Basically, a yokai is a sort of spirit. They're pretty mischievous. Usually, like if you are feeling uncharacteristically tired, for example, you might blame that on a yokai messing with you.
That's right. Or if you're in a foul mood, it's probably a yokai just messing around with you.
Right. So that's the interesting thing is I like you mentioned, I think they did a good job of making it not particularly like overwhelmingly well, I don't want to say overwhelmingly Japanese, but like making it a little more non-specific.
Yeah, exactly.
So it could appeal to kind of a wider audience.
Yep. Just like the 50s, the parents sleep in separate beds. We're going to go downstairs.
Very polite.
Very polite. And here you see mom and dad. Dad, part of the picture, unlike the popular RPG trope where dad is busy
Yeah.
at all times.
It's kind of nice to see a dad in an RPG. It's also summer vacation. That's nice.
Yeah.
Aww.
In Earthbound, your dad called you constantly, or you would only speak to him on the phone. You would never
Right.
actually see him.
You know, it's kind of nice that he's there even though he has work to do.
And of course, mom
And-
with the advice,
wow,
make
you
sure
have
you're
a-
back before dark.
You have a curfew and everything.
Yep. All right, so let's go.
Is it a bathroom?
I'm just touring. Yeah, it looks like a bathroom.
This is like a
Here's the
complete
living room.
house.
Yeah. they've
Unlike
got the full.
unlike the RPG house I'm used to, which is just a kitchen.
Yep.
And maybe a bed somewhere.
So now we're heading out. So this
Lady.
yeah, there's just a lady in the street who says, I came by, Nate. Sorry to bother you like this, but could I ask a favor of you? And she basically asks you to. He looks very scared to help.
Why? Because she knows his name and he doesn't know her name.
Yeah, so some bad yokai have been causing a lot of trouble in Springdale. So this caught me by surprise because I thought the conceit of Yokai Watch is that people aren't really aware that they're there. They seem to not know that they exist, or at least most folks on the street, common folk on the street.
Yeah, I'm not super clear on who knows that yokai are
Yeah.
around, or if it just is going off of the folkloric kind of, we know that they exist but we can't see them. I don't know kind of the context, so
Okay.
I'm sure we'll see more. But apparently she knows.
Yeah, so she's sending us on a quest to deal with 3 unruly yokai have been calling mischief, and you're gonna see the bottom right in a second the menu, the map screen, and where you can find these yokai. And the game is pretty good at. I mean, this franchise is geared towards kids, and it's very good at
Right.
pointing them in the right direction for the most part. So there aren't a ton of mysteries. There are some things you're gonna find, and there's a ton of quests to do, but everything is marked for you, so you can find it.
Right.
So we're going to press up on the control pad to switch to radar mode, and the radar will tell us if we're near a yokai, so we're going to find a hidden yokai in a second. And the radar will show you how close you are to a hidden yokai by that little meter. If it goes near the red, that eyeball gets kind of wide. All right, so let's go looking.
Defeat 3 bad yokai.
Yeah, so you can
Let's
see it up
go.
there, and you just press the up button to basically put it away. Also, incidentally enough, that looks just like the yokai watch itself.
Yeah, it's in the
Which
same
is-
motif, right?
Yes, which is the hot item in Japan, and it is going crazy when we get next to this mailbox. I don't think this is a bad yokai, but let's just see what's going on with this. So we're going to take a closer look at it.
Oh,
That's
there
how
it
you can
is.
tell there is a yokai in there. Sometimes they run. This one did not. It's like, oh, they found me. And one thing I will say is this game has
Kola-san.
a great art style. Like, I have always been impressed every time I see a screenshot or yokai in motion.
Right, I think the designs are super cute. And Jibanyan's like the cat one that everybody recognizes, kind of the
Yep.
poster child of yokai. That one's also very cute. I do
Yep.
like the art a lot.
All right, so let's go and track down this first troublemaking yokai.
Troublemaker. Oh.
All right, so he is clearly affected.
That is the typical anime indication for someone in a bad mood.
Oh, really? But he's in a park. Does no one find this creepy?
It's a little weird, this businessman, salaryman in the park. But yeah, in anime, usually people are radiating like purple waves of emotions when they're in a bad mood, so it's pretty typical.
Use your yokai lens to search the area. You can use it by pressing the Y button.
So it's hard to tell because this is a demo and kind of a tutorial type demo. It's hard to tell if the characters are super aware of yokai or if it's just, these are the people who are teaching how to play the game and the rest of the people aren't aware of yokai.
We got one. All right, there he is.
This is like a troublemaker.
Yeah, let's find out what is this yokai's deal. So this one is probably not as nice as the one by the mailbox. So this is Duluma? Or
Duluma, which I think it's based off of Darumaka. I believe it's what it's called. It's a thing in Japan you kind of draw on its face.
Lazy days and dully haze. Everyone glazed in a okay. Searching for yokai can be such a drag. So we're going to get in our first battle. So let's see how that's going to go. He can make you very, very lazy if he inspirits you. So we have that. Better deal with him fast before we lose interest. So let's now go over how battles sort of work here. And you're going to see...
Oops, it's not a Darumaka because that's a Pokemon. I just looked it up.
All right, so of course the demo is going to explain how battles work using the LNR to rotate yokai in. The yokai that you're rotating are part of your watch, which are basically your selectable party is who you set into the watch phase.
Right, and it's you rotate you rotate your party in, right?
Yeah, exactly. And there are these moves, Soultimate, which I think is very clever.
Soultimate, that's cute.
So you'll pick them, and you will continue from there. Follow the instructions. So let's see where we're gonna go here.
And for anyone who's wondering, Duluma is based on a Daruma, which is something in Japan. So.
Okay, got it. So we got a Snot So Long. Okay, and you can clearly see that's a really clever name.
Yeah.
So you basically have to hit the watch in the center to get the fight started, and you'll see that we can rotate by hitting L and R and sort of swap in who we want. So let's just get our cat friend in here along with the scary grandma and yes, you were gonna say.
You play with 3 of your party at once, or you battle with 3 of your party at once. So there's like it's a real-time battle, which is interesting. I think when I first saw this game, I expected it to be turn-based, and you kind of have to do these mini games on the touchscreen to kind of attack.
It kind of reminds me a lot of The World Ends With You and how you had to divide your attention between 2 screens. And sometimes, I have to admit, and in both games I feel this is the case, that takes some getting used to.
Right.
So don't expect to just jump into Yokai Watch like ready to cause trouble, because you will find out. So I'm going to purify our buddy here. I actually have to keep tapping to let him out. So I'm going to do that.
It looks more accessible than this battle style might be for some people, I think. I definitely expected it to be a little less frantic. I felt like I was always struggling to see what was going on both screens.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I feel it now. I'm here like, I gotta...
Talk,
yeah, I'm trying to talk, try to play, try to at the same time watch what's going on. So we're gonna do a spirit dance.
That's
we're gonna shut these guys down.
So cute.
With that spirit, James Brown Hot Fire.
Do you see that dog's called Mangy Mutt?
Oh, yeah. Oh, and it is not a cute dog at all.
That is a mangy dog.
All right, so we need to purify this guy at the bottom left, and also our Jibanyan got shut down because I screwed up this ultimate. So way to go. But we won.
We won anyway. It is a tutorial, so I'm sure there's going to be
keep
more
that in mind.
Things.
So we get experience points. You get that guap, so that's important. And of course, there's some items from time to time.
Right.
So
I just want to note really quickly that there is a lot of typically Japanese things going on in this game, like I mentioned before, the Daruma. Also, the Snot So Long, that kind of animation of snot is very anime as well.
That's right.
So there's definitely like a heavy Japanese influence. Obviously, it is from Japan.
That's right.
But it also involves Japanese folklore, which I think is super interesting because
that's right.
I was kind of nervous, how is it going to translate to kids who don't really understand what yokai are?
And will it embrace that sort of I think kids are into things that are from Japan, and it's just if you
Yeah.
frame things the right way, a kid will get behind anything that they think or perceive as cool.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were
Um,
going to try to westernize it, or if they're going to just kind of make it for something that kids can learn about a different
No.
culture and how it is there. So
As you can see, there's a lot of space to explore and look around, and this is where I'm talking about. Like, this is
It's-
absolutely your Japanese neighborhood.
it looks so great
for the
too.
most part,
it
yeah.
looks really nice.
Like, it's very much this very clean, open shop kind of deal with vendors on the corner.
Like
um,
a fish vendor and stuff.
Yes. So we are
Vending
looking for our
machines.
second yokai that's causing trouble, and I guess he's over here.
Somewhere.
We got a space to inspect. So we'll check in watch mode. Oh, and there are bugs to catch. So it looks like there's a bug there. Obtain a dancing star.
Is that a
Alright,
bug?
that's nice. I'm not sure. Oh, and 10
10-cent
cent gum.
gum.
Ugh, from the trash though. I don't know. This
uh,
might be. Oh,
Another
okay. I was
dancing
hoping
star.
that wasn't something terrible. There is a magazine there. There isn't anything left.
This is a kid's game.
Okay, this is true. Yeah, sorry. This is not your Metal Gear Solids or something like that. All right, so I don't
But
see our yokai though.
It doesn't
Oh,
feel.
Here he
It
goes.
doesn't feel too childlike or anything. At
No.
least from the demo. I mean, it's
Yeah,
definitely for
it holds that
kids.
line. I mean, people are tired to death of the Pokemon analogy, but it does hold that line as well as I think Pokemon does,
Yeah.
or as I think even Earthbound does.
Yeah.
Like Earthbound does a really good job of appealing to multiple generations, and if you haven't played Earthbound, you absolutely should have played Earthbound by now.
Right.
No
No excuse.
judgments, but also you have very few excuses left. Oh, there it is. There it is. What is it? It's running. It's on
this
the
is
move.
when you have to chase it, kind of.
Yeah, you gotta have to find it. So the chasing is easier to do with the stylus. I'm using the circle pad. So boo-hoo. And it's a sad-looking pigeon.
Ooh, oh.
So a lot of these names are very clever, I
All
will
of them
say.
are really punny. Just
Yes.
incredibly. Cough, cough.
Okay, so something really important. How to set one target, because at first, at least, the yokai sort of attack on their own. All right, so let's see. All right, and we're going to close out with this battle. So let's take these guys out. A Charming Unity. That did not work. Let's try Jibanyan's special again, which you have probably seen to death by now because he is the big deal, the main
He's
star of
the-
the yokai crew.
The big focus.
So Paws of Fury Unleashed.
Pause if you're.
We're gonna Bruce Lee these guys.
And of course, Nyan is
All right.
meow. In
So let's
kind
set a
of
target.
Japanese. So.
Yep. Let's set
One
up
of those
this
names.
cough cough.
So there's so many cute, charming things
Yeah. So now
that
everyone.
I can appreciate.
Oh yeah. What are some other things that stand out to you, Kelly?
Oh, I just like the names and the animations. Just I think we're talking about it does it walk the line of multi-generations, and I think that's one of the things that as someone who's not a kid anymore, I can appreciate the loving slap from the grandma. That's the kind of stuff that'll be charming to me. So I do like all of
Absolutely. So let's purify Grandma, and as you can see, she's trapped. So we're trying to get her out while the rest of our party continues to battle. And you can only purify by rotating them out of the set.
that. Right.
But there you have it, your first look at Yokai Watch.
Yeah.
Again, you can check out this demo on the eShop. This game is coming in North America very soon,
Yes.
this November. First time it's out in the West. You should definitely check it out. And for more Yokai Watch coverage, keep it right here at IGN.